Hey everyone, welcome to the Microsoft 365 Copilot Connection. My name is Nick Harris, and I am a Senior Copilot Cloud Solution Architect with Microsoft. Today, we will be talking about the game changing updates coming out to Microsoft 365 Copilot Chat, the free chat experience available to all Microsoft 365 users, whether you have a Copilot license or not. We'll also talk about the core differences between the licensed functionality and functionality available to everybody. So sit back, relax, and let's get right on in. So, first and foremost, let's talk about two new functionalities that are rolling out for the unlicensed user experience today. The most impactful experience that you will all now see today is the ability for unlicensed users to access Copilot experiences directly from their Office application experience. That includes Word, PowerPoint, Excel, OneNote. So gone are the days where you have to directly go to a chat and then back to your document, back to the chat, so on and so forth. Instead, now you can stay within your flow of work without that Copilot license capability and directly work with Copilot Chat in those particular app experiences. General note though, you will still not have access to that work data. If you want access to work data, you want to search your enterprise, your Teams chat, your emails, meeting content, you must still have a Microsoft 365 Copilot license. We're now just making this experience more seamless to all users of Copilot overall. Now, as for the current rollout of this new updated experience, we will be actively rolling this out for all Copilot users here within the next month or two. If you have a license, of course, you do already have this functionality available to you. Once this experience is actively rolled out, you will directly see the Copilot Chat dialog box automatically open within your Office app experience. We will be rolling out updates to allow you to control this particular functionality as well. So within your Office app settings, just like you see here in Word, you will be able to control that automatic opening capability if you do not want this to open. Another new update rolling out to all Copilot Chat users without a license will be easy access for Copilot Chat directly in Microsoft Teams. Currently, today, you do not have access to Copilot Chat in Microsoft Teams. However, here over the coming month, you will see an active update being rolled out where you'll see Copilot right above your chat list experience. We expect this update to be rolled out worldwide by mid July. Now, some additional updates rolling out to both unlicensed and licensed users will be the ability to leverage the built in microphone capabilities. In previous videos, I've talked about how you can leverage the Windows key plus letter H combination on your keyboard in order to enable the built in operating system level microphone. You don't have to do that anymore. All of you should see this update rolling out right now within your experience, and you may already have it available to you. The microphone is directly built into the prompting box, so you can directly dictate via your voice what your prompt is and have Copilot give you information back. Let's show an example of this. Hey Copilot, I was in a meeting with my colleague earlier today and one of our clients, and we were talking to our client about some technical topics around Microsoft 365 Copilot, period. My colleague decided to go into some information that they didn't quite have all the details that they needed and ended up accidentally indicating some incorrect information to that particular client. So I made sure to stop them abruptly and I corrected their particular mistakes and ensured that the client had the correct information that they required. Period. What I want you to do is I want you to create two sections of information for me. In the first section, I want you to create an email to my leadership describing this situation using empathetic and impactful language and requesting that my leadership provide feedback on how I handle this scenario in the future. In the second section, I want you to provide me recommendations on how I can create better interpersonal working relationships with my colleagues. So, directly leveraging my voice, I can very naturally describe in my prompt what exactly I want Copilot to do, and this allows me to take more of a hands off approach. And I can then leverage Copilot to give me rich data and detail back based on my particular use case. So as you see here, I've submitted that very natural language prompt, and we have our two sections of information. Section number one, we have our email to our leadership, and Copilot has realigned my communication to ensure that I'm using impactful and empathetic language as I specified. It's ensuring that I'm describing the scenario in a slightly different way. And this is really useful if I've indicated any form of frustration within my work, and I want to make sure that that frustration doesn't show in my communications to my leaders. I've also received recommendations, and this allows me to then change or modify my approach to working with my colleagues in a better way in the future. So I can leverage this as inspiration and figure out what best fits my particular approach and how can I create better working relationships with my colleagues. Now, sticking within this conversation as well, another new update available to both unlicensed and licensed users will be the ability to stop Copilot output directly via the prompting box. And this is really useful. I've had particular experiences where I've submitted some form of prompt and realized while Copilot is outputting that prompt that the information that I provided may not be fully accurate or detailed in the way that I need. And in prior experiences, the way I would stop the generation of Copilot output, there would be a stop generation option. However, it was built into the Copilot output. So it would start to scroll down, and it was really hard to click and stop the generation so I could just reprompt. Honestly, a lot of times I would just have to wait. So now we directly build in the ability for you to stop Copilot output via your prompting box. So let's just go ahead and submit a quick prompt and we'll stop it. So I just have the prompt as reformat this output into a one-page article and include best practices for creating high-quality work relationships. Now, that may be what I initially think, and I submit this off and then realize that's not quite what I want, or maybe I need to include more detail. You see right now my mouse is hovered over the submission arrow, and when I click the submission arrow, it will become a stop button, and I can directly re-click on that again to stop the overall Copilot output. So let's go ahead and click. Now we have our stop button, and we'll stop. And now you see Copilot has stopped directly in line with when I click that particular button. Now I can start over again, I can reprompt, I can regenerate as well if I see maybe something that was incorrect or wrong. I can continue to do this until I get to the point where I realign Copilot in the way that I require and have it give me the correct output that I would like. Now, just as a very brief overview, I want to talk to the difference between Microsoft 365 Copilot and Copilot Chat, which is the unlicensed version of Copilot available to all enterprise users today. I receive a lot of customer questions these days on how do I know if I have a license and how do I know what functionalities are available to me? And a lot of those lines are being blurred as we release new features and functionality, as you've seen in this video. So, really quickly, when it comes to the unlicensed functionality for any of you who may not have a Copilot license, the easiest way to tell is you will not have the toggle switches. You see up here at the very top, I have work and web. That allows me to switch back and forth between a conversation with Copilot that could include my work data and a conversation with Copilot that includes web data or data that the AI is trained on. A Microsoft 365 Copilot license is required in order for you to talk to the AI assistant about any data that exists in your working enterprise Microsoft 365 tenant. However, there are some key ways that you can still leverage Copilot for work or personal use, completely up to you how you might want to navigate through your experience. You can copy and paste text in your prompts and have Copilot in this chat reformat that text. You can upload files directly from your local device or from network file shares and have those files safely secured within your OneDrive. There are unique ways that you can leverage Copilot in a variety of work scenarios, even without direct access to all the rich data within Microsoft 365. Now, of course, if you do have a Microsoft 365 Copilot license, you have many unique experiences available to you. The work chat, of course, as well as the various in-app experiences, Copilot directly injected in Word, PowerPoint, Excel, Teams, Outlook, so on and so forth. And that does directly give you access to work data within those chat experiences, as well as key skills that Copilot makes available to you, such as in Word, I can use Copilot to draft a document, rewrite and modify text, summarize the data points that I require, share specific information as I need. There are many unique components that the licensed functionality provides. But always consider whether you're licensed or not, there are unique value propositions available to all of you to take advantage of AI within your work, streamline those mundane tasks, save you time, create more innovation and value, and receive positive mental health benefits. Now, I would love to hear from all of you. Which of these new features do you believe would be most beneficial to you? Let me know in the comments section below. If you found this video helpful and the updates we've navigated you through beneficial to your work experience, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up, like this video, subscribe if you're not. Always happy to have you here. Leave those comments in the comments section below. Would love to hear your thoughts on future videos that you'd like to see. As we continue to publish new videos, some of our focus will be on the in-app experiences of Copilot moving forward. So we will have newer videos around how to leverage Copilot in Outlook, Word, Teams, so on and so forth to give you the insightful information and new updates and features that we will make available to you. Thank you all so much for your time. I very much appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, everybody.